Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I thought I would address probably the most common question um, if you're either new to kind of online nursing school or you've never heard of it, or it's something that you're hoping to pursue to accomplish your goals later on. And that is this legitimate and how does it work? So, yes, it is legitimate. I thought in many ways it was too good to be true as well, but it is accredited through the CCNE. My particular school is anyway. Um, and predominantly, the bulk of what you're going to be doing in terms of like studying and assessments and all of that are going to be done online. So all of the material, the modules, um, like the lectures, and just any type of learning material that helps you better understand and learn the material is available to you online. I don't have to physically attend class every day or lectures. I do have kind of mentors for each course, which function similar to a professor, but there's not that one-on-one interaction in person anyway, not face to face. You can schedule one-on-one interactions through the portal and everything. So anyway, so that piece of it is done online, but you are required to physically attend clinicals and physically attend lab assessments and pass those off. So typically that's done at, campus, locally, or various hospitals and care centers that have contracted with your particular school to gain your clinical experience, because obviously you can't pass up on clinicals and you can't pass up on like lab assessments and just passing those skills or performing those at a competent level rather, right? So those are very vital to success. So essentially the bulk of it is online, but obviously you can't bypass the clinical hours and you can't bypass the assessments. And you can also take your tests or your exams at a proctored site on site at like an educational facility that's accredited or approved. So it's kind of what I was looking for this whole time. When I first started on my health journey, I was praying that something like this existed. In fact, even when I started my schooling journey many, many years ago, I was hoping that I would find something that was legitimate and that was available online, that was respected in the industry. That was probably the most important thing to me, which obviously if you're going to be pursuing any post-grad stuff, then you need a school that's going to take you seriously. And then also, obviously, to get a job as a nurse, you're gonna have to use an educational facility that's approved and accredited and that is well known enough so that employers are willing to hire you. So that is where your research comes in, and it's for my particular school. I discovered it kind of by accident one day. I belong to like a mom forum because I have children, and it was a thread that was posted on this particular forum talking about legitimate online schools. And everyone knows that there's stigmas surrounding online schools in general. In fact, I'm probably going to make a whole separate video on this one issue alone because I think it certainly deserves those types of questions, right? Because if you're investing in this, you're spending a lot of money on your education, and you want something that is going to produce the greatest ROI or return on investment later on, right? Like you have to be strategic and you have to be smart about it, but you also have to find a program that's going to work with your lifestyle and just your learning style as well, something that's going to work for you. Otherwise, you're not going to stick with it. And so that's one of the reasons why I chose this particular program. Like I said, I didn't even really know this existed. Additionally, I didn't even know that it was real. Like, I know that these types of things exist, these types of schools exist, but oftentimes it's, a private business that charges you an insane amount of money for the tuition fees and costs, and isn't well respected, or the clinicals are something that you have to you're kind of lucky to get in, so to speak, because you're fitting them in. Anyway, I didn't do tons of research on other colleges or universities that were online that didn't have the type of program set up that I do with my particular program, so I can't speak about the others. All I know is when I was searching for a program that suited my needs and just kind of the craziness that was my life, I wanted something that was predominantly online. I wanted something affordable because I wasn't willing to dig myself deep into debt without deeper into debt than I would if I attended a traditional school. And I also wasn't willing to sacrifice or compromise on my education and its quality. So my particular school checked off all of those boxes for me. And like I said, the biggest, I guess, kind of hurdle or seeming obstacle that I had before me was essentially just trying to determine if this was legitimate and if it was real. And so I did lots and lots of research, again, telling you that I did as much research as I could and was available to me, but there's not a lot out there, and so that's why I'm making these types of videos. But I did a lot of research on nursing forums because they can be very beneficial. You get all kinds of various perspectives, and it's not like marketed material. It is people sharing their personal experiences, right? It's not someone that's an advocate for the school trying to speak on the school's behalf, in which you have to take everything with a grain of salt. Same with like the website claims. So if you are interested in pursuing a completely online degree program, it is available for you if you're wanting to become a nurse. You just have to find it. And with my particular school, it's limited to 4 or 5 states, I think. 4 or 5 states can do pre-licensure, which essentially is before you have an RN, you can take this online nursing program and essentially show up to your clinicals and do your lab assessments and pass everything off and become competent, and then move forward and become an RN, pass your boards and become an RN, and also graduate with a bachelor's degree. So hopefully this helped answer kind of some of your questions about online schooling and just the fact that it is available out there and you don't have to sacrifice a lot of money or your quality of education either. That it is possible. You can make it happen if you do have a life that kind of demands more flexibility, but you're still willing to put in the work and you do well working independently, then this would be a great option for you. And like I said, my future videos, I'll dig a little bit deeper into like the specifics about my particular program, and then help answer whatever questions you may have. If you do have questions, just leave them in the comments section down below and I'll answer them. Like I said, I want to help people as best as I can kind of achieve their dreams. And for the longest time, I felt as though I was trapped and that I wouldn't be able to pursue this particular health path or this health career because it just wasn't conducive to my lifestyle. It made me very uncomfortable trying to move so many pieces to fit it all in. And this was it just kind of fell into my lap and was a great option for me. So I'm hoping it can help others find their passion or the journey that's best suited to their life as well.